Well, good morning, Gospel Gypsy Odyssey fans. I forgot I don't have the caravan anymore, old habits. Well, here we are mid July, and the sun's just come up, and I didn't get much sleep last night, but fortunately, it wasn't because of pain. Unfortunately, it was because of an incident that occurred. But I was really heartened to know that there are people who care about me. Well, let me not skirt around it. Let me just tell you what happened. So here I am in the Walmart parking lot. As you can see, beyond those trees is Walmart. And you might be able to hear the music playing. There's people still parked here from last night, but most of the regulars are gone for the day to whatever they do during the day. Um, I do have to show you one car though. Hang on. I'll just walk over here. Nope, he's gone too. Well, anyway, um, over in that corner where you see the dark car, there was another car there last night, and the driver was completely intoxicated. And so he was playing his music loud and being annoying, and we just kind of kept to ourselves, all of us parked here. Um, my friend who sleeps in her Cadillac was on the other side of my van, and there was another gentleman over here in front of where, over here where I'm pointing, parked next to me. So the drunk came over to this guy and asked him for a light, and the guy said he didn't have one, and asked him to leave him alone. So the drunk guy got really belligerent and started shouting and everything, but he eventually went back to his car. But he was still shouting across the parking lot and just being generally obnoxious. So the guy over here next to me, he called the police on him because the drunk guy was making threats. And at that point, I went and got my mace, and I got my can of my wasp spray, Hot Shot. I don't know why this is filming flipped, but it is. And so everything's backward. But anyway, so the police came. There were two cruisers that stopped by, and that really upset the drunk guy tremendously, and he was shouting at the police. And because of what happened here recently in Atlanta and also with George Floyd, the police just kind of kept hands off and didn't mess with him. They didn't know if anybody was filming him interacting with the drunk guy or not. So um, they just kind of kept hands off. They didn't arrest him for drunken disorderly or anything of that nature, and they did not arrest him for belligerent behavior towards themselves, which we all found kind of odd. So the police left, but as this is all going on, the guy that parks across from me came over and stood guard in front of my van to protect myself and the lady next to me in the Cadillac. And the guy in this car that was involved from the beginning and who actually called the police, um, he got out also and stood guard just right outside my van to make sure that this guy didn't harm either of us ladies, and they were prepared to defend themselves as well. And I was just really heartened that that these guys would do that for us. And it just shows the community among the homeless people that we take care of each other. You know, we see if somebody needs food, we see if somebody needs, you know, just whatever, and we help in it whatever way we can. Update, the guy that stood guard in front of my van, he's the guy who feeds that feral cat that I photographed and posted on Facebook. And oh, and I have to apologize that I've only been on Facebook recently and not made any videos, because it's kind of hard to make videos when every moment you're in your van, you're struggling for survival. You're dumping your waste. You're keeping things orderly so they don't fly around when you're driving. So many things to do. Plus the fact that I've been spending so much time at the gym to keep my electronics charged and everything, and get a workout, because let's face it, I need a workout. I need to lose a total of 50 pounds, and people are telling me that I look like I've lost some weight, so I hope so. I hope it's working, but I am working with a trainer who is helping me build up my cardio muscles, as well as my lower body muscles that have weakened. Um, and hopefully I'll be in tip-top shape for that double hip replacement one of these days. So getting back to the story, the cat apparently had kittens over at Sam's Club, which is across the street. I don't know if you can see it, but hopefully you can. But Sam's Club is just across the street, and so apparently the cat had a place where she was nesting, and she had some kittens, and the guy in the red truck that uh, fed the cat every night said that somebody came and took all the cats, and so we don't know what their fate was, whether they were taken to a shelter or whether the person who got them actually adopted them himself or herself. But they're gone. They're not here anymore. Um, and that's sad, because she was a beautiful cat. As you could see from the picture, she was white with um, dark patches, and she was just absolutely beautiful. And so it was nice to have her around for a community pet. Now, I only park here at Walmart on the weekends, because during the week, oh, there's isn't that sweet little bird? Um, During the week, I park over at the gym because they're open overnight, and so they keep an eye on me during the night. I park directly in front of their front door, and the guys behind the desk can look out and make sure that I'm okay and know that everything's all right. So anyway, I don't know. I'm not not well rested, so my brain's a little foggy this morning. I apologize, but I just wanted to bring you up to date on a few things. I'm going to be contacting the Salvation Army today. They have an apartment building for disabled seniors like myself, the 100 units, and so I'm going to contact them and see if they have anything available for me. There, our family has always supported the Salvation Army over Goodwill, because they are true to their mission, and um, my aunt used to work for Goodwill, so we know some things about them that tend to lead us away from helping Goodwill like we help Salvation Army. So I'm going to contact Salvation Army today. I only found out about this apartment building last night during an interview on the radio with the local head of the program. I can't remember what their titles are, but he's also an ordained minister as well as one of the officers within the Salvation Army organization. And he was talking about the various services that they have here in the Atlanta area. So he mentioned this apartment building for seniors, particularly seniors who are disabled. And so I'm going to give them a call today, or contact them on the internet, because I don't have a phone number just yet, but I'm sure I'll find one when I get online. But I'm going to have to wait until I get over to the gym before I can do that, because there's electricity over there. And right now I don't really have any electricity in the van. I took a lot of my stuff over to storage, like the solar suitcase with the battery pack. I took that over there because it just wasn't working for me. I don't know what I was doing wrong, but it just wasn't working for me. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna try to sell it or anything. I'm gonna hold on to it, learn how to use it. It takes a while to contact the people in China who I purchased it from through Amazon. And while they are helpful, there is a language barrier. I don't speak Chinese, and their English leaves much to be desired. So, but they did teach me how to connect the solar panel suitcase to the battery pack through photographs, which was great. So I could actually connect them. But now I got to figure out whether I need to prime the solar suitcase with electricity before it actually draws power from the sun, just like I do with all my other solar powered stuff, like my fans, which I don't know if you can see it. Oh, wait, no, they're up on the dash. They're charging up on the dash. I don't know if I was able to get a picture back there, but yeah, they're charging on the dashboard. Not in the shade, but when I get back in the sun, they'll be charging. Along with my Lucy lanterns, which I absolutely love. I've got 3 of them, and they're great. They don't require any priming at all. You just set them out on your dashboard. They collect sunlight, and you've got lamp light all night long. Well, not all night long. They do go out eventually because it's been raining a lot. So, they don't get that much of a charge when it's raining. We've had a lot of rain over the weekend. We're going to have rain all this week. Hey, have a safe day. Be blessed. I was just saying, have a safe day and be blessed.
Oh, okay, thank you.
All right, take care.
I'm just going over here out the sun, though. I ain't going nowhere because it's under this tree.
Yeah, all right. So that's one of our regulars who's gonna shift his vehicle for the day. He's gonna go find a shady spot to park his car so that he doesn't get overheated, because it's been so hot and humid, not like it is out west. Fortunately, we have had cool breezes, which are quite a relief, but you got to be in the right spot to have them blow through your vehicle and cool you down. And it's kind of hard because, parking spaces being where they are, they're immovable, and you got to park between the lines, so it's not always conducive for catching a breeze. Let's see, what else is in the news today? Yeah, I have a new publisher, and I'm really excited about it. So I went to the storage unit to find my manuscripts. I have 2 unfinished manuscripts. One is a cookbook called After the Heart Attack: Why I Became a Vegan. And it's going to be chock full of health information on how the physiology of cholesterol so that you can understand why you shouldn't eat certain things. Um, it's going to have Bible references from the Edenic diet, which in the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve were given fruits, nuts, and grains for food, and then after the fall, they were given vegetables as well. So I'm going to be talking about the Edenic diet and how the diet changed through generations from Adam and Eve, through the flood, and today. There's going to be other information on the 8 laws of health. There's going to be all kinds of information as well as recipes. So I'm having to change it up because I have gone whole food plant based, or I try. I'm just saying vegan for now because people understand what vegan is. They don't really understand what whole food plant based is. But whole food plant based is quite strict. And while I don't agree with all the principles of whole food plant based, um, because the Bible says that honey is good for food, so I'm going to eat honey in my, at least in my tea. I don't use honey very often, but when I do need a sweetener, I'll either use stevia or I'll use honey. And the whole food plant-based people frown on honey because it's bee spit. But I don't care. I like honey, and I like maple syrup. Pure maple syrup, not the imitation kind. Let's be clear on that. Um, so the cookbook is going to be the first one that I finish, and then I started many, many years ago on a children's book. And this was back when I was still living in Orlando. I started working on this. So that's been many years ago. And I set it aside because I hit a brick wall. It's called writer's block. You know, you've probably heard that term. So I hit this writer's block on the 11th chapter. And slowly over the years, God has been showing me how to rewrite this book and make it more pleasing to a Christian audience. And so, or make it more Christian oriented, rather, so that I can use it to teach the Bible to children through this character. And it's the original title was Joey Piper and the Time Pod Adventures, and that's copyrighted, by the way. But I may change up the title a little bit because it's taking this new direction, and I haven't quite got a new title for it yet, but we'll get there eventually. That title will be revealed to me as I finish the book. Like I said, I've got 11 chapters written already, so I just have to tweak them a little bit with editing and then move forward from there now that I know the direction to go. I've always known what the ending of the story is going to be, but that's also going to be tweaked a little bit. But it's still going in that general direction towards the original ending. But Joey Piper is the story of a little boy who runs away from a circus to join a family. And I'm just going to leave it at that and let you just say one more thing about it, that it's going to be chock full of adventures, and it's going to take some, it's going to be surprising. It's going to be surprising. So I'm leaving it there. It's going to have some dark things to talk about because the world is dark. So there's going to be some dark elements to the story, but all in all, it's going to be a very uplifting story, I think. And so I'm just going to leave it there and entice your interest or whatever. But I'm really excited for this new publishing opportunity and getting these two books out. And so that'll be my seventh and my eighth book. And if you want to see my other 6 books, they're on Amazon. Just type my name into the search engine and all my books will pop up. And be sure you order them through Amazon and not through third-party sellers, because they're overcharging for my books. It's ridiculous. And I don't get anything from those. They've somehow managed to hijack my Amazon sales, whatever, algorithms, and they're selling my book outrageously priced in like hundreds of dollars. So I'm really not happy about that. And I hope Amazon has done something to put an end to that ridiculous practice. But anyway, so things are moving along, and I'm looking forward to the future, one day at a time. And really, I've made a lot of friends here in the parking lots and at the gym. People are just, I don't know, they just like me. And I just approach people as if, I just approach everybody with love. I don't care who they are, what their background is, race, color, or creed. I don't care. I just approach everybody with love. I have a big smile on my face when I greet people, and I take an interest in them. I compliment something about them. And so I make friends easily, and they do things for me in return to help me in my journey here in the van. And but I'm not going to be traveling, at least not for a while. For one thing, I need a double hip replacement, and that's going to take getting moved into my own place. And oh, by the way, someone even offered me furniture. So that's how I know God has something in store for me very soon. So I need to get the hip replacement surgery, double hip replacement, and that's going to require weeks to months of recovery and rehabilitation. Or therapy, as you might call it. Don't know what that's going to look like or how long it's going to be. But I have a tendency to heal quickly and do the work. I'm committed to whatever work I need to do to get back on my feet and not have to worry about walkers or rollators or canes or what have you, or any other kind of device, like, a device to put my socks on or pick up stuff off the floor. We're going to get it done as soon as I can get moved into a place and work with my orthopedist here in the area. And so keep me in your prayers on that account. And the other reason I can't travel is lack of funds. So I've had invitations to come to Oregon and outside of Yuma, Arizona. I've got some friends along the highway between Yuma and Quartzsite. They have a refurbished ghost town, for lack of a better description, but they've done a complete revival on an old mining town that was abandoned back in the, I guess, 1920s or 30s. I don't really know the history of the mining town that well, but it's on their property, and they have some mines that you can go in and tour, and beautiful phosphorescent walls, and just amazing things to do there. So if you're ever in Yuma or in that area, for the RTR at Quartzsite, drive on down to my friends at Castle Dome, and they'll be happy to give you a tour of this refurbished silver mining town. So, um, yeah, there's places I want to go, things I want to see, people I want to meet or visit, but Social Security doesn't pay that much, so I have to live within my means and be a responsible steward. And so, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, this is all the good news that I have. Um, just ask you to pray for my friends who are also homeless, especially Ron, who's been having Bible studies with me intermittently as he's been off looking for work. Pray for the lady in the Cadillac. Um, Pray for the other people that are in the same parking lot here at Walmart every night and over at the gym. Pray for them. And, pray that God will fill me with the Holy Spirit to know what to say and to meet their spiritual needs as well as their physical needs, um, food and whatever else I can provide, medical. Um, so, with that said, y'all take care. God bless. And don't forget to click on the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share so that I can build my audience and get ad revenue. And that'll help to take the edge off of the meager income that I have. Um, so God bless you. And until next time, Gospel Gypsy Caravan. There I go again. Gospel Gypsy Odyssey signing off.